In March 2016, a video was uploaded to YouTube, featuring several GoPro cameras fastened inside a car. The car contains 4 friends, with the uploader in the passenger seat. While driving through an intersection, the car is suddenly struck from the passenger side, causing the vehicle to jolt to the left and several airbags to deploy.
Susan, why didn't you reply to my Tupperware party? Look at that.
Hog.
Yo!
That's a yog, isn't it?
I think. Whoa, bro!
God. I can't
Holy
hit. Are you guys alright? Is everyone okay?
This perspective from inside the car also captures few seconds before the impact, during which the driver tries to swerve out of the way. A dashcam footage was later posted from a car behind the incident which shows the outside view.
Whoa, bro. Oh my God.
I think. Whoa, bro!
Oh my.
Fortunately, no one was injured and neither vehicle suffered major damage. On June 25, 2021, a dashcam captured footage of a car driving behind a Jeep Grand Cherokee in Waverly, Kansas during a summer storm. As the vehicles approached an intersection and began to slow down, lightning suddenly struck the car.
Silver Lake, Point, Maple Hill, Emmett, Davia, and Willard.
The vehicle was hit 4 times by lightning strikes in quick succession, causing the electrical system to fail and leaving a hole in the door handle. Additionally, the car's tires were blown out due to the electricity traveling through them to reach the ground. There were 5 people inside the car. Despite the severity of the lightning strikes, none of the family members were injured. In February of 2012, a video was uploaded to YouTube that captured a scary incident on a foggy day with limited visibility. As the driver was going, they suddenly saw 2 sets of headlights heading towards them, occupying both lanes. One of the truckers had attempted to pass the other and was now in the dashcam driver's lane, leaving no room for the driver to maneuver. One of the opposite coal truck drivers slowed down and veered off the roadway and onto the hard shoulder to avoid a potential collision. The other truck driver didn't seem to make any effort to move out of the way. Despite the dangerous situation, the dashcam driver managed to expertly maneuver their way through and avoid the accident. A man named Paul Yearley was driving his Ford Mustang on the highway to his workplace on April 2, 2015. That's when he suddenly began to feel nauseous. He noticed that something was amiss as he began to experience tunnel vision, so he switched off his cruise control. Suddenly after, he lost consciousness while driving, and his foot came to rest on top of the gas pedal, causing it to be pushed down to the floor. The car narrowly avoided hitting a powerline pole, instead continuing to drive into a nearby field. The car was eventually steered back towards the highway but was unable to clear a hill, resulting in it moving back towards a fence. It was at this point that Paul finally regained consciousness, quickly taking control of the vehicle by putting his hands back on the steering wheel and pressing the brakes, bringing the car to a halt. Paul had never experienced a blackout before this incident. When a passing car noticed him in the field, they stopped to help and called the police. He was rushed to the emergency room where he underwent multiple tests to determine the cause of his unconsciousness, which turned out to be caused by a hereditary low blood pressure condition. Fortunately, Paul was treated promptly and made a full recovery. This video was captured by a dashcam on a freeway in Glendale, California, and depicts a Tesla suddenly hitting the brakes as its driver exits the vehicle. The man, armed with a lead pipe, proceeds to approach the car with the dashcam and aggressively slams on the window. The window did not shatter, and the man returned to his car and drove away. Later on, the same dashcam recorded him attacking another vehicle, which quickly fled from the scene. The incident was reported to the police, but the Tesla did not have any license plates, making it impossible to track down. Police received multiple more calls over the next few days reporting similar experiences, one of which was also captured on dashcam.
Wow. What?
Several days after the incidents, the police were able to locate that man. Named Nathaniel Ranamag, a 36-year-old with a lengthy criminal record and active warrants for his arrest. He had been involved in multiple road rage incidents, as well as serious criminal threats and stalking across 8 different states in the past. The motive behind his highway attacks remains unclear. Nathaniel is currently in jail, with bail set at over $5 million. This video was uploaded to YouTube in April of 2019. This dashcam footage shows a driver going down a dimly lit road in an isolated area. As the driver gets closer to a curve in the road, he suddenly slowed down. That's when a woman dressed in white can be seen standing in the middle of the road. The woman turns to face the car, revealing a strange and disturbing appearance that caused the driver to scream in fear and quickly reverse away from the scene.
Oh! No! Oh my... No. Oh.
Despite some commenters suggesting that the encounter may have been a prank, others point out that the driver had already covered a significant distance before encountering the disturbing figure. On January 25, 2021, during winter, a car was driving along a canyon in Utah and recording footage on its dashcam. The ground was covered in snow. When the car approached a section of the road with no guardrails, a pickup truck on the other side of the road skidded out of control due to the icy conditions and collided with an oncoming Subaru. The impact caused both vehicles to drop down the ledge, and the entire incident was captured on this car's dashcam. Fortunately, all the occupants of both vehicles involved in the accident survived with only minor injuries. 4 out of 5 people managed to get out of their vehicles without any assistance. However, one woman in the pickup truck was trapped due to the severe dent caused by the impact with the bottom of the ravine. Although the firefighters reached the scene promptly and were able to rescue her, the road had to be closed for a few hours for recovery operations. The task of retrieving each vehicle from the ravine required the assistance of 2 tow trucks. While driving down a highway in Massachusetts, Jeffrey Code was listening to the radio when a large slab of ice suddenly became dislodged from the car in front of him. The slab of ice flew into the air and smashed into Jeffrey's windshield, instantly shattering it.
Planning attacks on New Year's Eve. Police and prosecutors said 2 suspects were arrested in the Turkish capital after having scouted out possible locations for the attacks at a central square and popular bars likely to be crowded on New Year's Eve. The suspects crossed into Turkey from Syria. With the terror threat elevated, security is high in Turkey's major cities and along.
Jeffrey became completely unable to see and had to pull over to the side of the road. He crossed 2 lanes blindly as he did so, and thankfully, the slab had only left cracks in the windshield, instead of breaking it completely. In addition to the cracks, a side mirror and the windshield wipers were also damaged. Reflecting on the incident, Jeffrey acknowledged that he could have potentially avoided the slab of ice if he had hit the brakes. However, doing so would have put him at risk of losing control of his car and getting hit by other vehicles on the road. At 5 in the morning on July 29, 2016, this footage shows a truck in Calais, a French city located at the narrowest point in the English Channel. The truck is on its way to a port to cross the channel and reach the UK. Suddenly, the truck in front of it brakes unexpectedly, causing the driver of the truck with the camera to honk. Shortly after, a group of men carrying flashlights appear on the road and start throwing rocks at the truck, attempting to stop it. They also use tree branches to create makeshift roadblocks. The truck in the video smashed through the tree branches, as the driver was aware of the danger posed by the men standing on the road ahead. These individuals are part of a migrant gang, who will go to any lengths to smuggle themselves into the UK. Their tactics include throwing rocks at passing trucks, setting up makeshift roadblocks, and threatening drivers with weapons to coerce them into aiding their illegal activities. Reports of similar incidents in the area are not uncommon, and many truck drivers have captured such events on cameras. This particular video showcases a hijacking attempt involving several individuals. The attempts by migrant gangs to smuggle themselves into the UK typically take place between 12 and 6 a.m. Law enforcement officials in Calais have been making efforts to address and eliminate this issue for several years. In 2018, at around 7 p.m., a driver witnessed something disturbing while driving on the highway. The driver noticed a woman sitting on the back of a car next to him as it reached speeds of about 50 miles an hour. Throughout the drive, the woman had nothing to hold on to. After some time, the vehicle eventually came to a stop, and at that point, the woman was no longer on the back of the car. Instead, she could be seen trying to forcefully open the car's door. The video abruptly ends shortly thereafter, leaving it unclear what caused the entire situation to unfold. In February 2015, two truck drivers were on the highway when a white truck suddenly appeared and overtook them. The white truck then slowed down and forced them to stop. The truck drivers assumed the driver of the white truck was trying to alert them of a problem, so they pulled over. However, the driver of the white truck did not exit the vehicle and instead circled the two truckers, even obstructing oncoming traffic. Despite being able to see the driver inside the white truck, they received no explanation or communication from the driver. Fearing for their safety, the truck drivers decided to drive away, but the white truck immediately blocked their path.
Does he think you cut him off or something? Do you see what's his tag? I can't see his tag.
The truck drivers had to drive backward to get around. They tried to see the license plate, but it was not clearly visible. Then, the white pickup truck reversed to be next to the truck. The truck drivers took the chance to leave. While driving away, the white pickup truck collided with the back trailer, presumably in an attempt to force them to stop. Despite the collision, they continue on and eventually lose sight of the white pickup. They park and wait for the police to arrive. After conducting a search, the authorities find the white pickup a little further down the road, with the driver still inside. Upon reviewing the video, they arrest the driver. It was later revealed that the driver was not in his right mind, and the situation could have been far worse. During July of 2022, a small aircraft in San Diego experienced a loss of power while flying. Since the plane was not in proximity to any airport, the pilots notified air traffic control. In response, the air traffic control instructed the two men inside the plane to make an emergency landing on the nearest road. Multiple angles of the landing were captured by the cameras of a Tesla. In May of 2021, a man named Michael Shackelford was driving on a road in San Antonio after leaving his bank for work. That's when a car passed him with one of the back doors open and a woman yelling for help. Upon realizing, Michael changed his original route and began following the car, all the while calling the police for assistance. The entire incident was captured on his dashcam footage.
Hey, I need police ASAP. I'm on 410 South by Ingram Park Mall. A lady is screaming outside her Ford, a gray Ford exiting Ingram Road right now. She's trying to get out of a vehicle and the guy won't let. No, she's not exiting. They got back on 410. I don't know. It says 410 South from Ingram going towards like Marbach area.
After driving on the highway for a few minutes, the car eventually exited and began moving at slower speeds. At that point, the woman in the back seat saw an opportunity and exited the moving vehicle.
Military Drive, exit by the academy now. Okay. Military Drive. We're in the frontage road. What is this guy doing? She's screaming and kicking in the car. He's erratically, she's trying to get out of the car. She's opening the door. She's trying to jump out. He sped up and he couldn't get out. She jumped out! She jumped out! She jumped out! Ma'am, get in my truck! Get in my truck! Okay, I'm going to the police station right now.
He has my car, he has everything.
The one on Calabria, yeah.
After the woman escaped from the moving vehicle, she and Michael retreated to a nearby parking lot where a medical crew arrived to assist her. The woman was taken to a hospital as a precaution, but fortunately, her injuries were minor. It was later discovered that the woman had been taken against her will by her own husband, who had refused to let her go. In order to get help, the woman had to resort to yelling out to nearby drivers. The husband was eventually found and arrested.